Ever grabbed a Costco prepared meal and regretted it the moment you took the first bite? Look, we all love Costco for the bulk toilet paper and the $5 rotisserie chicken. But while you've been loading up your cart, the deli section has been quietly pumping out some truly questionable prepared meals alongside a few legitimate winners. At $20 to $30 a pop, these trays aren't impulse buys. When you discover your pot pie gravy has the consistency of sticky snot or your meatloaf tastes like dessert, that's your Tuesday dinner and your grocery budget going straight into the trash. So let's rank 10 popular Costco prepared meals from worst to best, because your money and your dinner deserve better than culinary roulette in an aluminum tray. Hit that subscribe button because we're about to save you from some seriously disappointing dinners. Number 10, Kirkland Signature Chicken Pot Pie. This seasonal pot pie shows up every fall like that relative who promises they've changed but hasn't. At $22 to $25 for 5 to 6 pounds, the execution reads more like culinary punishment than comfort. The lattice top crust isn't even woven together. The deli staff just lays the strips on top and calls it a day. The bottom crust is thick, pale, and soggy like cardboard sitting in a puddle. But the real nightmare is the gravy. This is thick, transparent, jiggly slime that one reviewer perfectly described as sticky snot. You'll find an ocean of this gelatinous mess pooling on the bottom crust. The chicken distribution is wildly inconsistent. Huge chunks in some slices, essentially none in others. Customer reviews are brutally split. Some call it wonderful. Others describe it as an inedible salt bomb of chemical-tasting chicken in industrial crust. October 2024 reviews mention quality decline. Less chicken, more soupy sauce, soggier crust. Costco makes this seasonal to create FOMO. They're banking on the Kirkland brand halo effect and massive size to move product despite execution failures. You're paying $25 for a 90-minute lottery ticket where you might win homemade comfort or sticky snot in a burnt shell. Number 9. Kirkland Signature, a meatloaf with Yukon Gold mashed potatoes. This 4-pound tray costs $17 to $23. What makes this particularly frustrating is that half of it is actually really good. The meatloaf is firm, moist, and well seasoned from lean ground beef Costco grinds fresh daily, but it's drowning under a thick glaze that's aggressively sweet, dessert-level sweetness. Multiple reviewers describe it as straight-up ketchup, or ketchup mixed with maple syrup. The mashed potatoes are the star, rich, silky, buttery Yukon Golds that taste like restaurant-quality sides. One serving packs 390 to 520 calories with 920 to 980 milligrams of sodium. 40% of your daily intake. The ingredient list reveals textured soy. Protein, a cost-cutting measure. The real kicker is what customers do to fix it. They scrape off the glaze entirely and replace it with Rao's marinara, mushroom gravy, or barbecue sauce. Costco uses sweet glaze because sugar is cheap and appeals to kids. They're betting parents will buy it again because kids like the sweet flavor, even if adults think it tastes confused. You're paying $20 for mashed potatoes and witness protection, hiding from a meatloaf that thinks it's a Pop-Tart. Number 8. Kirkland Signature, Chicken and Bacon Mac and Cheese. Someone at Costco looked at their already bland mac and cheese and thought, you know what this needs? A swimming pool of bacon grease. The base is cavatappi pasta in Alfredo sauce with BBQ rotisserie chicken and bacon. The bacon is smoky, the barbecue sauce adds depth, but the top layer dries out and becomes hard, almost crunchy. The bottom is swimming in grease like someone dumped the entire bacon drippings pan in without draining. 1/5 of the tray contains 910 calories, 56 grams of fat, and 1090 milligrams of sodium. Nearly half your daily limit in one serving. And get this, the package says 30 minutes but actually takes 60 plus to heat through. Several customers report digestive issues from the sheer grease amount. You're paying for a heart attack wrapped in nostalgia and swimming in bacon grease. When customers warn each other about spending hours hugging the toilet, that's not a success story. That's a cautionary tale with a sodium warning label. Number 7. Kirkland Signature Shepherd's Pie, pre-2025 version. For years, this shepherd's pie had a reputation problem. Earlier versions featured harsh burgundy wine gravy and enough excess grease on top to cause digestive emergencies. Multiple customers reported the same experience, enjoyed dinner, then spent an hour hugging the toilet. The ground beef filling swam in wine-heavy gravy that tasted like... Someone spilled a bottle of cheap red into the meat. After baking, visible grease sat on top of the potatoes. The package claimed 6 to 8 servings, but reviewers said it realistically fed 3 hungry adults. One person who eats 1/3 solo said, "I'm not a big guy." Reviews from 2021 through 2023 mention it became lackluster and not worth the price. This failed because Costco cheaped out. More filler, harsher wine, excess fat. When customers are getting physically sick from grease content, you've crossed a line from cost cutting into negligence. The Old Shepherd's pie was proof Costco could take simple meat and potatoes and make it fight your digestive system. If this is already saving you from a bad purchase, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's next. Number 6. Kirkland Signature Mac and Cheese. This 4-pound tray costs $12 to $14. It's a safe choice at every potluck. The problem is it has a massive identity crisis. What you're supposed to get is mac and cheese. What you actually get is cavatappi pasta swimming in Alfredo sauce with some cheddar on top. The moment you remove the lid, pungent garlic powder hits your nose. The pasta cooks past al dente into mushy territory. The sauce is creamy with Romano and Parmesan, but there's not enough cheddar flavor. It tastes more like baked Italian pasta than Southern mac and cheese. Kids absolutely love it because it's mild and safe. Adults find it bland and lacking sharp cheddar punch. Multiple customers add bacon, jalapenos, or extra cheese to fix the flavor. When compared to Sam's Club, Sam's won because their version tastes like traditional mac and cheese, while Costco's Alfredo base tastes like something else entirely. Costco chose Alfredo because it's cheaper than aged sharp cheddar. They're prioritizing a crowd pleaser that won't offend anyone over mac and cheese with personality. You're paying $14 for the Switzerland of comfort food, neutral, reliable, and missing any distinguishing characteristics. Number 5. Kirkland Signature Enchilada Bake with Rotisserie Chicken. This is Costco's most polarizing prepared meal. At $5.99 per pound, $23 to $26 total, it's expensive. What makes this divisive is spice level that varies wildly by location. This isn't rolled enchiladas. It's enchilada lasagna. Layers of flour tortillas, rotisserie chicken, rice, black beans, corn, bell peppers, jalapenos, cheddar, and cilantro and red sauce. The tortilla layers turn doughy, mushy, and soggy. The chicken is tender and generous, but the flavor is wild. Some locations make this mildly spicy and delicious. Others create versions so hot people report burning mouths, esophagus pain, and all-night gastric reflux. The cilantro can be overwhelming. Some say it's so strong they couldn't taste anything else. These are made fresh in each warehouse by different staff with no standardized spice measurement. One Salinas review says theirs was delicious because employees are of Mexican descent. Another threw away half because cilantro tasted like the first ingredient. This exists to use up day-old rotisserie chickens. Costco can't control quality when each warehouse makes it differently. The on and off availability creates artificial demand through FOMO. You're paying $25 for a spice roulette wheel, where the ball lands on mild and delicious or capsaicin assault with no middle ground. Number 4. Kirkland Signature Meat Lasagna. This frozen 2-pack costs $16.79 for 6 pounds total, $1.42 per serving. Each tray packs 3 meats: zesty Italian sausage, ground beef, and cooked Italian sausage. The sausage is smoky and spiced with fennel, the absolute star. The pasta has actual bite, al dente to firm, not mushy. After baking, this lasagna is remarkably wet. Oil and tomato juices pile up heavily at the bottom, creating a greasy first impression. The beef-only version is very bland. The spicy sausage saves this product. But here's where it gets tricky. One reviewer who bought 30 pounds said, each batch has been different. Some have fennel seeds, creating black licorice flavor instead of basil. Another thought a can of oregano fell into assembly. The ingredient list includes concentrated soy protein and added sugar. The batch inconsistency suggests different production facilities creating variants. They're betting most won't notice because the price per serving is unbeatable. And if you're finding this ranking useful, hit the like button. It really helps the channel cut through the noise. Number 3. Kirkland Signature Chicken Street Tacos. At $15 for 12 tacos, these promise street taco authenticity. Spoiler, these are about as street as a cul-de-sac. But they're still pretty fun if you ignore the marketing. You get 12 flour tortillas, not corn, which disqualifies them as authentic. Plus, pre-cooked chicken, Colby cheese, cabbage slaw with odd broccoli bits, tomato salsa, cilantro lime crema, and lime wedges. The chicken has an odd, almost processed texture with gristle and jiggly bits. The tortillas are thick, soft, small shells that improve when toasted. The cabbage is crisp and crunchy. The salsa is hot and thick. And the cilantro lime crema is the absolute star everyone raves about. Each taco has 170 to 190 calories and 580 milligrams of sodium. Eating 2 to 3 tacos gives you 1160 to 1740 milligrams, 50 to 75% of your daily limit. Reviewers say the crema is so good they could eat it with a spoon. The chicken gets criticized as may. These aren't gluten-free or keto. Costco uses flour because it's cheaper than corn. Cabbage lasts longer than lettuce. They're banking on the incredible crema to carry the product despite chicken quality issues and zero authenticity. You're paying $1.25 per taco for street tacos that took the minivan to the suburbs. The cilantro lime crema is good enough that you might not care. Number 2, Kirkland Signature Shepherd's Pie, 2025 version. If you tried Costco Shepherd's Pie years ago and were disappointed, listen up. The 2025 version is completely different. They actually fixed it. At $4.29 per pound, $22 to $26, it's 30% more expensive, but quality finally matches cost. The new version has creamy, smooth, buttery Yukon Gold potatoes that taste homemade. Underneath is ground beef in burgundy wine gravy that's finely balanced instead of harsh. The beef tastes fresh and well seasoned. After baking, there's no excess grease. 420 calories per serving with 28 grams of protein. The tray feeds 4 to 6 people at $4 to $6 per serving. Solid value for a complete meat and potatoes meal with vegetables. Reviews specifically mention Costco refined the recipe. The wine sauce that used to dominate is now background. The beef and gravy taste homemade. The earlier version failed because Costco cheaped out. Customer complaints piled up, so they listened and reformulated. The price increase is justified by ingredient quality upgrades. Better beef, creamier potatoes, balanced seasoning. This is proof that sometimes Costco actually reads the 1-star reviews. The comeback kid of Costco's deli finally grew up and learned from his mistakes. Number 1, Kirkland Signature Stuffed Bell Peppers. At $4.99 per pound, $17 to $20 for 6 pepper halves. This is the prepared meal Costco actually got right. Multiple reviewers say it's one of the reasons they maintain their membership. 6 pepper halves in red, orange, and yellow. No green because those are bitter. Each is stuffed with well-seasoned ground beef, parboiled rice, and tomato paste, topped with mozzarella, provolone, romano, parmesan, and parsley. The peppers come out tender crisp, not mushy, holding their shape beautifully. If you air fry them, they get slightly charred, bringing out amazing pepper flavor. The beef filling is firm and hearty. They don't skimp. The rice provides great texture. The cheese topping gets crispy and salty. 350 calories per pepper half with an impressive 26 grams of protein. At $3.11 per half, it's excellent value. Most people eat 2 for a meal, $6 to $9 per person for complete protein, vegetable, and grain. Costco employees confirm these are made fresh daily using ground beef. They grind multiple times daily. Cook time is 50 to 60 minutes in the oven or 12 to 15 in an air fryer. A game changer cutting time by 75%. This succeeds because Costco didn't get cute with it. Quality fresh peppers, fresh ground beef made in-house daily, proper seasoning, generous portions. Unlike the pot pie or enchilada bake, where quality varies batch to batch, stuffed peppers have reliable consistency. You're getting weeknight savior wrapped in a colorful bell pepper package for $3 per serving. This is proof Costco can execute prepared food without cutting corners. It's the golden retriever of Costco's deli. Reliably good-natured, never lets you down. After ranking all 10 meals, one thing becomes crystal clear. Costco's deli section is less about consistent quality and more about knowing which landmines to avoid. The chicken pot pie will haunt your dreams with sticky snot gravy, while the stuffed peppers prove they're capable of simple excellence. Here's what you need to remember. Don't trust the massive size or Kirkland label to guarantee quality. Read reviews. Ask the deli staff which ones accurately move versus which ones sit there looking sad. And avoid anything that requires you to scrape off the manufacturer's sauce and replace it with your own. The best prepared meals deliver on their promise without requiring you to fix them at home. The stuffed peppers do that. The shepherd's pie does that now. Everything else is varying degrees of convenient disappointment. Hit subscribe if this changed your Costco shopping strategy, and drop a comment telling us which meal you think we got wrong.